Nothing less than a new world order. This is the pledge of the world's most powerful leaders, representing 90% of the global economy.
We live in a new world now. We live
to forge a new world order.
Cyril's father was a policeman. And when Cyril was in solitary confinement, the father had access.
Would shut down the economy of this country. We must go and tell him.
These negative things, they're not accidental. Somebody decided that it must happen like that.
We will use our leadership and membership of SADC, our membership of BRICS, and the G20, the Commonwealth, and many other international bodies to forge a new world order.
Nothing less than a new world order. This is the pledge of the world's most powerful leaders, representing 90% of the global economy.
We live in a new world now. We live in
a new world order.
And you'll need to be prepared for it.
The term New World Order refers to a variety of political, economic, and conspiracy theories about a secretive, powerful group that allegedly seeks to establish a single global government or centralized authority to control world affairs. These theories often suggest that this group operates behind the scenes, influencing world events and politics to achieve their goals. Is South Africa on the brink of being transformed into a new world order state? Allegations are swelling that President Cyril Ramaphosa and global elites are orchestrating a takeover. Let's break down the evidence and see if South Africa is falling under the grip of this shadowy agenda. First, let's look at President Cyril Ramaphosa's history. During apartheid, there are persistent rumors that Ramaphosa sold out his comrades in the liberation movement. Some believe that his actions then laid the groundwork for his current alleged involvement with the global elites.
Remember, but I reminded him that, when we were invited by Steve Biko to go and fight for freedom, to make sure that our people have a better future. You were at university with me, we went together to join this thing. But when we got arrested and the police had us in Pretoria prison, you wrote a statement to the police to say that I put communist ideas in your head.
Cyril's father was a policeman. And when Cyril was in solitary confinement, the father had access to him. And in solitary confinement, it's precisely exactly that. No one must visit you. So we isolate you to break you. And there's no way you are in solitary confinement, your father comes, he's a policeman, he says, tell them, my guy. You tell them we will walk home. I'm here. And that's the only person you hear. You don't hear any other alternative perspective.
Now let's talk about global governance. Critics argue that Ramaphosa is working with powerful global elites to erode South Africa's sovereignty. These elites allegedly push for a single centralized government that supersedes national interests. Are we witnessing a systematic dismantling of our democracy to fit a global mold?
In this country, when you are young, you don't have an opportunity to start your own business. The monopoly is taking everything, it's giving black people peanuts.
Mr. Robert, he said, Minister Mbalula, if Zuma takes out remove Pravin Gordhan, would shut down the economy of this country, we must go and tell him. And indeed Mbalula came to tell me. But he said, we'll shut down, we'll make the rand flat on the ground. Indeed, they did interfere with the land, with the rand.
There's speculation that the collapse of state-owned enterprises is not due to mismanagement but a deliberate strategy. The goal? To sell these entities to white capitalists and foreign interests, concentrating wealth and power in a select few. Is this a ploy to hand over our economy to international elites?
corrupted. He is a breaker down. He dismembers organizations, structures, SOEs that exist, and he pawns them off. He sells them off to the private sector for super profits, to the benefit of his own comprador black capitalist class, and sadly even to the benefit of himself.
SAA is gone. ESCOM is in the shambles. What will now follow is our ports, rail, and water.
They trained him and prepared him to destroy SARS. And now, colleagues, you know that SARS is responsible for 98% of state revenues. You destroy SARS, you destroy this democratic republic.
Another aspect of this alleged agenda is destroying confidence in democracy by undermining state institutions and fostering corruption. The government might be eroding public trust in democratic processes. This could make society more amenable to the New World Order's vision of privatization and centralized control. Is this strategic chaos?
I think we need a lot of thinking, a lot of research. Because these negative things, they're not accidental. Somebody decided that it must happen like that.
Lastly, let's consider historical references. The term New World Order has been mentioned by political leaders worldwide. Some argue that Ramaphosa's actions fit a historical pattern of leaders advancing this agenda. Are we seeing history repeat itself in South Africa? Could this be the reason why most people felt like 2024 is our 1994?
When we fought to liberate this country from the unjust laws of apartheid, we did not know those who supported and defended apartheid would infiltrate the justice system to continue the agenda of their colonial ancestors against the leaders of the people.
Nothing less than a new world order. This is the pledge of the world's most powerful leaders, representing 90% of the global economy.
We live in a new world now. We live in
a new world order.
And you'll need to be prepared for it.